Welcome to another edition of the Open Gate Show special. This time we have trainer Robert Pearson, 1995 graduate of Jamaica College, son of late trainer Anthony Pearson, brother of trainer Chris Pearson and cousin of Richard Azan's wife, Monique. Robert is an up-and-coming trainer, a father, a husband, and so far is doing very well with his trade. And of course, you remember Robert, top horse, grade 1 horse, now retired, winning charge. Robert, welcome to the Open Gate Show.
Thank you, Colin.
Tell us about your early interest into the horse racing industry.
Basically, it started from when I was a baby. My father was a trainer, so we always go to the stables. I love to. Back then I was smaller, obviously, so I was able to ride the horses. And it sparked the interest from there. After leaving school now, I kind of got really involved.
Your dad, Tony Pearson, was assistant trainer to the Hall of Famer, both in Jamaica and Florida, the great trainer Robert Bobby Hale. Then Tony became a trainer himself, winning multiple races, including 1982, Jamaican Derby with Cesario, ridden by Neville Anderson. Enlighten us what you can remember as a little lad around your dad.
82, I was approximately 5, so I don't recall a lot. But I guess I was pretty happy for the feat.
Your mom, aunt, and other family members were closely knitted into the local horse racing industry. What made your decision to venture out into horse racing full-time after leaving JC?
It was very natural. My father was a trainer. My cousins and family were involved in racing. So it took a little time for the bug to bite. But after high school, I decided that I'm going to pursue a full training course and become a trainer like my father. So it was pretty natural.
Robert, you had your ups and downs in your earlier career as a trainer. What was your first initial disappointment when you started?
Well, initially, I started really slow. I had a very poor sort to start with. I can't remember her name right now. I didn't win any race with her. Then I got a really nice colt, traditional prince. I made a lot of mistakes with him. I had a groom that wasn't doing his job, but I think it was my fault. I should have corrected that. But as I say, you live and you learn from your mistakes and just don't make them again. But that was my major mistake starting off.
What was your first connection with the great horseman and trainer, Philip Fiani?
Well, I knew him from the track. I always see him around. He always had a kind word for me. Then I got to know him more when sometimes I come to the farms. And we kind of built a relationship from there. He's a nice person, a good mentor, and a great horseman, obviously. So I tend to pick his brain, and he gives me a lot of advice and what to do. But he's a great person.
Let's get to Will in Charge. From the first time, even if it's at birth, to when he retired. Tell us about that wonderful horse.
Okay, Will in Charge. When you speak of Will in Charge, it's fun memories. I remember coming down to the farm and picking him at 2 months. And I told Mr. Fiani that I want to buy this horse for Mr. Bagwandine. And he said, it's yours. Just book him. So we basically watched him grow on the farm. He grew really well. He came in as a yearling. Everything went smoothly. He wasn't very precocious. We tried to get him going as a 2-year-old. He wasn't there yet. But as a 3-year-old, he had some injuries that he had a back and hock that was giving him hell. So we kind of never got what we wanted during the Classic. I think he ran 4th in the Derby, which was decent, and he ran 2nd in the St. Leger. So we got some place in the Classics. But after that, I kind of gave him a break, and I kind of worked on him and got him really sound as a 4-year-old. and he took off. He won some races as a 4-year-old. He went to grade 1 as a 4-year-old. But his great age was the 5-year-old when he really came to the top of the screen. What? Oh, at 5 he really came on. He won his first race as a 5-year-old, beating Shiza Manita, and they continued to create this great rivalry. She had a couple of wins over him, but it was always depending on the weight. If I gave her weight, she'll beat me, and vice versa. But that year, 2018, was really a great year for Will and I.
You have a few owners who owns and breed horses. You have been doing very well. I keep repeating that, and it's so true. As a matter of fact, we need more trainers like you that can improve a young horse to the potential where it can reach the allowance and the open allowance races, because we need some more, we need better horses for that category. What expectations do you have for your current classic hopeful? Well, if you have two, great, but maybe you surely have one.
Well, basically right now, Will at War won the other day in a maiden. We're going to try him in a none too. He has a lot of scope. How far he's going, we really don't know yet, but he has a lot of scope. So we'll continue to work with him and see how far he goes. But he's definitely on the classic trail right now. Fingers crossed.
Well, the Open Gate Show, which is Team Pearson, all the best of luck with that one.
Thank you.
The breeding industry has waned due to top owners who were the major consigners. They have built their own farms. What is your take on the current local breeding industry, including a depletion of horses getting a distance of ground?
Well, I mean, it's a tricky situation because people really want to carry in better mares, but it's really expensive to carry them in. But what we need is more quality mare. We have a lot of stallions all over the place, good quality stallions. We just need more quality mares coming in. And the government should assist us with that.
Robert, are you satisfied with the promoters of local horse racing, past and present, in doing enough to get new interest into the industry? I'm talking about sponsors, new owners, more fans, etc.
Initially, I think they were a bit sluggish. I think more needs to be done, but I'm seeing effort with the road and the incentives and all that. But I think overall what we really need is a purse increase. We can hide behind all the incentives and all that and all the sponsored race day, but the owners and everybody involved need an increase in purses. I think that's a major thing we should work towards.
Well, incidentally, we are at the farm. You're looking at some youngsters because good trainers visit the stud farm to see the babies grow and make their decision. As a matter of fact, project what they see to their owners, hopefully that they can buy a youngster early. So, it's good that we have you here looking at some horses that are prospects for next season. Robert, the four most, or three, or even two, most influential people who have made Robert Pearson where he is at present.
I would say definitely at the top of the list, Mr. Philip Fiani. He has influenced me a lot. He's a great breeder, trainer, everything that concerns horses in Jamaica. So he's my mentor. Richard Azani I was assistant trainer to him. I learned a lot over by him, and we still are pretty close. So I said those two people I think definitely influenced my career so far in a great manner.
What's your take on let me take that up. Did you, in your initial stage training horses, did you expect to reach this level? Although I know you're going further, but at this stage of your racing career, did you expect to reach as far?
Always. I mean, you don't enter a field if you don't expect to reach the top. I always try to I'm a perfectionist. I try to do my best all the time, and when things are not going great, I get really flustered. But you want to be at the top of your sport. I mean, it's a slow process. You need good owners, which I have now. You need good horses, but I don't reach where I need to reach. I need some classics and all that. But I'm happy where I am now. So we'll continue to work to reach the top.
Well, I've seen some horses from different owners, and you're doing pretty well, because there are only few trainers at the track now that have been improving horses. In other words, I'm not talking in the Cayman races. I'm talking about in the young 3-year-old and 4-year-olds going up. You know, for a horse to continue to improve, it takes a good horseman, and that doesn't necessarily mean a racehorse trainer. Anybody can be a racehorse trainer, but you know, the Open Gate Show really applauds you for doing just that. Who is the best horse you've ever seen? Two of them. I'm talking about a sprinter and a stayer up to this point in time.
Does it confine to Jamaican horses?
Well, yes, it would.
I have to go with Eros as the best sprinter, and I mean he got little more than just sprinting. The best stayer, my horse is right there too. I mean, Will in Charge. He's an excellent middle distance to longer distance. Menuda is special. He was a good 1.25 mile horse. Excellent. I think one of the better ones here. But overall, I say Eros. Eros would be the best sprinter I know. And there's a toss-up for the best steer.
Will in Charge, currently, where is he, and what is he doing now?
He's retired, as you know, and he's standing at Ian's Passad farm. So hopefully he can get a couple nice mares. We plan to put a couple mares to him. So hopefully he'll get an opportunity to show his thing on the track.
Trainer Robert Pearson, the Open Gate Show is grateful to have you projecting to fans another horseman, his journey from the initial stage of entering into the horse racing field up to present. And we thank you very much for the time, your busy schedule on a Friday night to give us an interview.
It was great doing it. I mean, anytime, we always have to try to improve the sport. So it was great to be here also.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was Trainer Robert Pearson, who is looking to be one of our top racehorse trainers in due time. We have next in line veteran jockey Andrew Mjeet, as well as trainer Stephen Todd. So it pays to subscribe to the Open Gate Show, where you'll be notified whenever there's